Yeah, good morning, Nigerians. And today I will be talking about the October 1st protest that is taking place tomorrow. The nationwide protest, that has been organized by several groups. So, how are these things? How is this thing going to go? The number one thing I want every Nigerian to know is that there won't be any problem at the end of this protest and during the protest. The protest is going to be safe. And you have to know the protest you are going for and the reason why you are doing the protest. There has been several groups. Showore has his own group, Sunday Igboho has his own group. The Biafrans and the Igbo people, they have their own, what's the name, right? Everybody protesting for different reasons, and they have fixed everything to tomorrow. So everyone has been speculating, should we go for this protest or not? Some people actually want to go, and some people feel like it is going to be a stupid reason to go out for this protest. I'm not going to lie to you, whichever one you think, it is right, and you are right based on your opinion. Because I'm not going to lie to you, this country we call Nigeria is a crazy country. This country is a crazy country, and whatever you do, whether you do it for yourself or for the people, you will be left to carry the responsibility of the outcome of that decision or that action. 80% of it will be on, not only 80%, 95% of it will be on your head at the end of the day. So everyone have to know what you are fighting for, especially if you are fighting for the right, or unless you know how to actually manipulate people. I am sure that even Buhari himself will never go out on a protest for Nigerians. Well, before he became the president, there was a time Buhari was calling for revolution because he knew revolution would never happen. He knew. He knew revolution would never happen. He was only calling for revolution to incur other people, to catch the attention of other people that are going to front that revolution and say, oh, Buhari will be our president. They will go and use their own chest to face that problem so that he can become the president. He's just trying to instigate people, trying to use people to stage that protest. Buhari himself wouldn't go on a protest for Nigerians. So when he was calling for a revolutionary protest during Jonathan's time, we all know he's trying to use other people to win his own battle. So the point I'm trying to make now is that why you should go out on this protest, despite all these reasons and despite all these challenges. Number one is for your own selfish reasons. You know, every one of us are saying, Nigerians are not supposed to go on this protest. We all are not supposed to. We are not supposed to expose ourselves to the dangers of the government. Maybe they will shoot us down or they were going to do this to us. But we still have to go. Why? Is number they are doing their own thing for their selfish reasons, and the people who actually organize most of these protests, the Showores, the Sunday Igbohos, and what's the name? I am personally, I will tell you that we can't actually trust them that much. Showore was once a presidential aspirant. What gives us the assurance that he's not just looking for a way to become the president and also start acting like Buhari did? Showore is just a 40-something years old Buhari to me. I'm not going to lie to you. So that's that for Showore. Even Sunday Igboho himself. Sunday Igboho is also, who is the convener of the Oduduwa Republic rally that is going to be happening tomorrow, 1st of October 2020. Sunday Igboho is feeding himself from the pocket of these politicians. He used to defend them. He used to lead their political rally and campaigns, and trying to protect them. As a traditional warrior that he is, so their opponents don't kill them. He's feeding from them. He's not a government official. He's not a government official, and he's not a He's not a registered security company or something, right? But we know that is where he makes his money from. He makes his money from protecting these politicians physically and protecting them from physical harms during election campaigns and and all other election chaos and riots. They are both politicians and they are feeding from politics. Only Showore can say, okay, he's a journalist, but the point is still that Showore couldn't wash his hand clean from feeding off the government. That's the second reason. That's the second reason why we can't trust them. And several others. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. We all know during the OPC and the Lagos Adigunle, whatever, and when he was arrested and all these things. The point is that despite that we can't trust these leaders, we still have to go on the protest. Why do we have to go on the protest? For our own. They are doing their own for their own selfish reasons. We have to go for our own selfish reasons too. What are our selfish reasons? Let's assume you are unemployed, and you know that you have the capacity, you have the ability, you have the qualification to get you employed, but due to the bad condition of the country, you are unemployed. You have to fight against the government that is responsible for you not being employed. You see, a lot of people will say, don't blame the government for everything. You're like, look, let me tell you, leadership of any social circle you are, your country, your state, your neighborhood, your local government, in your family, the leadership of that social clique will determine where your life is going to end. If your father is the leader of your family, is the head of the family, and he is making bad decisions, those bad decisions are going to affect you. Unless you have somewhere you can go and get things done without relying on that decision, or without relying on the condition of that family. For most young people, so you have to do something. You have to go out for this protest and rallies for your own selfish reasons too. If you think you have a business idea you should have started, and you think unavailability of money due to the kind of country you have found yourself is that there should be government grants, there should be government loans, there should to do all the things that you actually wanted to do. Even if it's a loan, right, you can just simply get it. But maybe you are just a 20-something-year-old person, or you are just a 30-something-years-old person as well, and maybe for one reason or the other you are just unlucky to have your shit together by then, or 40-something-years-old, or 50-something-years-old, it doesn't matter. And you know what you actually want to do. You know the track or the path you are supposed to take to get to wherever you are going in life, but because of some certain conditions that hasn't been put in place by the government or has been destroyed by the government, you are not where you are supposed to be, or you actually want to be. It's a reason for you to go out and protest against this present government. If you are doing that for your own selfish reasons too, isn't it? So you protest against the government for your own selfish reasons. The people who are living in the protest are protest against it for their own selfish reasons. You are doing the same thing and everybody is happy, isn't it? And the second reason why you should be part of this protest is that the government is too comfortable. Let me say the Buhari government is too comfortable squeezing every Nigerian and shrinking their lives, drying their lives up of any sweetness of life, of any enjoyment in life. So the Nigerian government, the Buhari government, is busy trying to put every Nigerian down, and trying to make sure that we are having a lot of problems to deal with. When you have money problems, when you can't pay your debt, when you can't send your child to good schools, and you are struggling 24 hours to make up and get money to do all these things, you can't have time for protest. You can't have time for you have to fight this government, this and that. That is it. You won't have the time. You will be trying as much as possible to manage. You won't be looking for a cure to that problem, and that's the problem. That is the big problem about this government. So you have to break out of that shackles and face this government, the government that is oppressing you. Even if you're not going to get something, you have to let them know that no, you can't be oppressing me comfortably. You can't sit back and relax and be oppressing me. No. You too shouldn't be able to sleep at night. That's the second one. That's the second thing. So by making the government that is oppressing the people uncomfortable, what is going to happen is that they will try to pacify people. they will try to do something good for the people, that will calm them down a little bit. Look at the 2019 election, right? When the election is approaching, and Buhari's government actually knew that they have done so bad to the economy of the country, and they have washed Nigerians down economically and financially. You know, the socio-economic condition of the country is so worse. What did the Buhari government did? They initiated the trader money thing. They started going into markets to meet the people that they know these guys have voters card and they are going to be the ones to vote. They are giving them trader money, even though that money was a loan. But those people were happy, and those people eventually voted for them when the election comes. I'm not saying you should collect money to vote. I'm only saying that by protesting and making the government uncomfortable, and oppressing the people, and you know, if you make them relax and they feel like, of course, if you oppress them, if you increase the fuel price, if we devalue naira, if we make bad economic policies, nothing is going to happen. They are going to continue doing it, and they won't give you anything in return. But if they know that, if we increase this thing, if we do this, if we do that, people are not going to like us, and revolution might happen as a result of that, and protest here and there might be coming up as a result of that. What is the government going to do? They will try to come up with something that is going to sweeten people, that is going to smooth the hardship and the friction of all this hardness on people a little bit. Maybe they look at the COVID-19 loan. What's the name now? When they see that Nigerians are really, really hurting, they disburse the COVID-19 loan just like other countries were doing, even though other countries were not doing it their own as a loan. But the Nigerian government did their own as a loan. And I'm not going to lie to you. It really reduced the hatred that that a lot of people had for Buhari, even though it's a loan that they are going to pay back. But you know, a lot of Nigerians don't want to know. It reduced their hate for Buhari, and people are feeling unconcerned. People are feeling unconcerned about Buhari. So the same thing, just like trader money, right? What I'm just saying is that it will let the government be able to look for something to do for the people, even though at times those things are not actually absolutely good. But it will ease life for the people, for the common man. It's going to ease life for the common man, right? And that's the third thing, right? The fourth thing, which is the number 4 reason why everyone should go out on this protest, is that it will let the government take the equal distribution of democracy dividend, or the dividend of democracy in every region of this country, will be shared equally. Just recently, the DSS the DSS recruitment just happened, and like 80-something% of the people that were recruited into the SSS, the State Security Service, or DSS, are from the north, and the south were left with about 14 point something slots. And why are they doing this? Because they are too comfortable in that seat. If they are not comfortable in that seat, of course they are going to do something, but they are too comfortable in that seat. And these security decisions are what is going to determine the stability of this country, and the stability of this country is going to determine your life too. So for the common man, whom their destiny actually relies on the fate of this country. Some people have dual citizenship, some people have enough money to relocate to another country, and even change their identity. But not everyone can afford that. And that's the number 4 reason why, not only in security alone, same thing applies to education, same thing applies to, to finances and economic policies. They will say, okay, they're sharing these employment slots, during the, they will give the south a small amount, then they will give the north a lot of slots, which is not really, really nice. Not even nice, which is bad. So the same thing, the dividend of democracy should be shared equally, but the government is too comfortable to share it among the people who are of the same tribe with the president. And that's the number 4 reason why everybody should go, why everybody should go out on this protest. And number 5, which is the number 5 reason, is that Nigeria is a third world country. Nigeria is a third world country, and whatever the leaders are going to be doing, it is going to be more influenced, a lot of it will be influenced by the decision and the perception of the international community. If Buhari actually wants to take a decision now, and that decision doesn't go down well with the wish of China and the wish of America, I can tell you that easily the people can make the president to change that decision. Because if you're afraid of the people, if you're afraid of China, if you're afraid of America and every other international and every other world powers, because a lot of these people, they are in charge of the banks. Buhari is probably stealing the Nigerian money too. His ministers are stealing the Nigerian money too. Everybody is, and they can do anything to those money. That's number 1. And secondly, the economic stability of this country. If the economy is down, if these guys are not buying their oil, the Nigerian oil, if the China people are not buying our oil and they are not doing anything, where are these government officials, these elected politicians, where are they going to get the money they are going to loot? They are not going to find money to loot now. So that is what I'm talking about. We have to let the international community to see what we are going through. If everybody go out on a protest and the words they see, don't be afraid. This protest is too intense to the extent that they are going to start shooting people down. No, nothing like that is going to happen. I can tell you that. So don't be afraid. Go out tomorrow for the rallies and protests, and let's make this country a better one. Even though a lot of people don't have any reason to believe in this country anymore, right? And I can't blame them. But so far we are not having another one yet, and a lot of us are not having a passport for another country yet. This one, let's try to manage it. Let's try to manage it and make it a better one. While we are alive there. Okay. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Take it easy. Gonna see you some other time.